4 News now at 6. Some bad news for outdoor enthusiasts. A new bill would hike up the price of hunting and fishing license. But will it keep people from exploring?
And my goodness, the showers have finally moved out of our areas. But what does that mean for our weekend? I'll get you prepared in my First Alert weather forecast.
Looking for a home with curb appeal and a touch of Cold War history? We'll take you inside an Eastern Washington missile silo that's now on the market. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. We begin with breaking news tonight. The Francis and Market Street intersection in North Spokane is still closed at this hour because of a motorcycle crash. Let's take you live to the scene now, where you can still see that motorcycle in the road in front of that white pickup truck. Investigators there on the scene, our photojournalist panning out and zooming out so you can get a good look at what's going on in this intersection. There's no word on how many people were involved in this motorcycle crash or if anybody was hurt. We are continuing to stay at the scene, check with investigators, and update you here on television and online at KXLY.com. Also breaking tonight, one of the 2 men wanted in connection to a drive-by shooting in Moses Lake that left a 14-year-old dead is now in custody. This is 18-year-old Matthew Valdez. Investigators say he was arrested this morning in Beaverton, Oregon. He's facing charges for the murder of Mario Amescua Santoyo. Police say he was in a car with 4 others when someone started shooting at them, and one of those bullets hit Mario in the head, killing him. Investigators are still searching for this man, 20-year-old Jose Beltran Rodriguez. He is considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, call 911. Well, Washington is known for its popular hunting areas. It could become more expensive. The state Senate narrowly passed a bill that would increase hunting and fishing fees by 38%. Take a look. This is how much you should expect to pay if this plan is approved. Big game deer and elk hunters would pay a little over $103, up from $75. Small game would be $48.30, up from $35. And freshwater fishermen would see an almost $10 increase to $34.50. Madeline Mullins is here in studio with why the Senate was so split on this bill. Madeline.
Well, here you are looking at scenes from Bear and Badger Lake, both popular spots for people here in the Inland Northwest to get out on the water and fish. And if you're one of the people who enjoys doing that, you could soon pay more. But it's areas like these that proponents of the bill say will benefit from prices being raised. People from all over the country visit Washington because of its outdoors.
In 2020 alone, more than 31 million people visited our WDFW managed lands.
And in order to maintain the natural beauty that is seen across the state, the Department of Fish and Wildlife needs money.
The way that WDFW, our Fish and Wildlife agency, is able to do this work is with the fees that come in from recreational users.
If passed, this would be the first price increase since 2011, and proponents of Senate Bill 5583 say this is needed to keep up with inflation. The money will go towards things like maintaining habitats, operating fish hatcheries, and public safety. However, those against this bill say those who want to enjoy the natural beauty of their own state may no longer be able to afford to do so.
It isn't just the cost of the fishing license. It's the Discover Pass. It's the day use pass. It's the fuel. It's everything that just keeps adding up.
Some say that those in the state depend on fishing and hunting to put food on their table.
Families are struggling. A lot of people in my district, Mr. President, they're subsistence hunters. This is the meat that they put in their freezers.
While this bill will add new senior discounts for those over 70 who purchase a hunting or fishing license, those opposed worry that the younger generation will miss out on the sport because of the growing costs.
It's getting unaffordable to have fun in this state.
This bill is now heading to the House of Representatives, and if it's passed and signed by Governor Ferguson, it will take effect July 1st. In studio, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
All right, Madeline, thank you. Some Washington lawmakers also want to change the quality of gas at the pumps. How this could impact your wallet if the bill is approved tonight at 6:30. Jason Valentine joins us now in for Chris Crocker.
Yes.
Jason, we did see a good amount of rain, at least at my house. I heard some more thunder over us during the afternoon. What is our weekend shaping up to be?
None of that.
Good.
I did a little happy dance when I heard the thunder because I find it fun.
Yeah, well, it's diverse. We have all different types of weather here in the Inland Northwest.
Just our dog friends, our four-legged friends would rather not hear it at all. Let's take a look outside. It is gorgeous out there, and we have really flipped the script. We had, again, quite a bit of shower activity this morning, and then we had quite a bit of wind going on as well. But look at this sunset. Beautiful, right over the Spokane Arena. And folks, we are looking at things changing a bit as we head into our weekend, as we're looking at a very mild and kind of just, well, I wouldn't call it boring, just to say nice weekend ahead. So all the shower activity is finally starting to dissipate after kind of being in the area for about 36 straight hours. So then we're going to start to see some sunshine coming into the area, some light winds. So really nice conditions are on the way. A closer look at the Spokane, Coeur d'Alene area, and we're just starting to get very much clear. We do have a slight chance of seeing maybe a shower or two for your weekend, but things are looking nice, but definitely those showers are going to return. So our evening planner, we are going to be above the freezing level, but much cooler than it has been. We're seeing some clearer skies, so that means nothing to hold in that heat. So we will be in those upper 30s. We could get back to around the freezing mark by next week at this time. So we're going to keep a close eye on that. And looking ahead, hey, 3 days till April Fools. Look, the Easter Bunny, he's popping out 23 days away. So that's 3 weeks from Sunday, and Bloomsday a little over a month away. So folks, let me get you ready for your weekend and my first alert weather forecast that's coming up later in the show.
Jason, thank you. The madness is right across the street. The first game of the Sweet 16 tipped off in Spokane at 4:30. All week, fans have been gearing up to go berserk for their favorite team. A trip to the Final Four is on the line. Jordan Smith met with a few of those diehard fans. And Jordan, I bet it's been great energy for you.
Yes, I learned one thing. I've got to step up my party game. I was hanging out with the LSU fans at their watch party before this. The building was shaking with excitement. Let me show you inside the hotel just a couple hours ago. Say what you will about the SEC, you cannot deny their passion. Tigers fans standing shoulder to shoulder, going ballistic for the women's team. Some of the biggest diehards for the Tigers.
Everybody get a sign, everybody get a sign.
Joy and June, two twin sisters who made all of these signs that you see here from scratch.
Since high school, so, and we're 71, so yeah.
They do it for every game, for every sport. The Tigers are battling North Carolina State. If you haven't picked a side yet, Kent, Washington native Miracle Shepherd is lacing up the shoes for the Tigers tonight. Her family beyond excited. Score predictions tonight?
A blowout. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's do it.
The Wolfpack also representing here in Spokane. Tom and Scott flew in today from Raleigh, North Carolina, home to Duke, UNC, and North Carolina State basketball.
Someone back home one time told me, said, who was not from North Carolina, said, you guys treat basketball like it's a matter of life and death. And I said, it's far more important than that.
Fresh off a Final Four appearance in 2024, they're excited for tonight's matchup. The time is now to sit up, get loud, and let the madness unfold. And I just want to say, if anyone ever gets mad at you for a noise complaint, tell them about the time the LSU band played their fight song for 40 minutes in a hotel lobby, and I think they'll understand. It's been absolutely electric all week leading up to this. We're in the fourth quarter now. LSU has a 4-point lead. We're going to go check out the rest of the game inside. Kirsten, I'll send it back to you. All
right, Jordan, I hope you get a blazer like that Tiger was wearing at the end there. That'll help with your energy and your party. All right, thank you. Whenever March Madness comes to Spokane, people spend a whole lot of money. That money goes a long way to help fund programs that would usually be paid for by increasing property taxes.
They all pay sales tax, lodging tax if they stay in our hotels, and that affects everybody who lives in Spokane County. So we see tax relief of over $1,000 per household in Spokane.
If you want to join in on all the fun, the Downtown Spokane Partnership has come up with this official fan site for each of the 8 visiting teams. Also tomorrow, Riverfront Park is the site of a Fan Fest block party. That starts at noon on the north side of the park near the arena. There will be a DJ, face painting, a beer garden, a whole lot of activities. The first 200 fans will also get a free t-shirt. Well, still ahead, Vintage Print and Neon is on the move. We'll take you inside their new location and reveal how they're turning it into a neon museum to celebrate Spokane's iconic history. Plus, are you looking for a home with a story? This property may not look like much from the outside, but on the inside, we'll give you a tour of this Cold War missile base turned modern home, now up for grabs. That's coming up next right here on 4 News Now.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
Where does confidence come from? It's not from within. It must be pursued. Confidence is not a mindset. It's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 5.9% APR for 84 months on Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's over $5,300 in average finance savings.
The Spokane Rock Rollers Club proudly presents the Gem, Mineral, and Jewelry Show at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Over 40 dealers will be selling gems, jewelry, crystals, and lapidary supplies. See outstanding displays of gemstones, fossils, and minerals. Enjoy children's activities, gem cutting demonstrations, hourly door prizes, and more. Tickets available at the door with cash or credit card. The 64th Annual Gem, Mineral, and Jewelry Show, March 28th through the 30th at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At NeuroStim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
At the Coeur d'Alene Casino, we love the sound and excitement of winning. So much so that we've paid out over $73 million in 2024. That's a lot of woohoos. That's music to our ears.
Winning is just the beginning.
We have a consumer alert to tell you about now, and we're having a couple technical difficulties here, but let me see if I can get it to you. The carrier announced it will soon trim its monthly auto pay discount. Starting April 24th, the rebate will go down to $5, half of what it was before. The discount ends altogether for those enrolled with a credit card that isn't the AT&T Points Plus card. There is an exception. The $10 rebate will remain for customers enrolled with a bank account. Analysts say this move is being made to try to encourage people to sign up with a bank account in order to avoid potential credit card processing fees. Well, the Trump administration also recently announced it's cutting $500 million in funding for emergency food services for food banks. We checked in with Second Harvest to see the impact this budget cut would have here in the Inland Northwest. And the organization says it should have minimal effects on their day-to-day operations.
The need continues to rise. Now, our ability to serve that need has stayed steady at about 35 million pounds a year. But the need for that has gone up. So we're not meeting all of the need.
The organization says it will always advocate for ways to bring more food through the door, whether that is through private or public donations. Mass layoffs are coming for the Department of Veterans Affairs. The VA secretary has said the department is looking at laying off about 80,000 employees to increase efficiency. CNN's Lee Waldman spoke to some VA employees who are worried these cuts will impact their ability to serve veterans.
Leaders at the Department of Veterans Affairs are reviewing their employees with plans for what they're calling a reduction in force and reorganization. However, VA employees we spoke with worry that losing tens of thousands of employees will hinder their abilities to serve veterans.
The veterans just aren't going to get taken care of the way they should be.
Fears are mounting for Veterans Affairs employees and their union representation, American Federation of Government Employees, over sweeping layoffs planned for the department. Veteran Affairs Secretary Doug Collins says the VA is aiming to cut its staff by some 80,000, about 17% of its workforce.
Money and people are not the issue. So what we're looking at here is, are we spending, the money properly, and are we having the right amount of employees, or do we have just too much bureaucracy?
According to an internal memo obtained by CNN earlier this month, reduction in force and reorganization plans will be submitted by April 13th and revealed in June when cuts will begin. Jonathan Geller, the vice president of an AFGE branch in New York, worries about the impact on veterans they help.
This is going to affect all patient care as a whole. I mean, from the call centers, from eligibility to benefits, to the crisis line, to member services lines.
Erica Alexander is a crisis responder on the Veterans Crisis Hotline. She believes layoffs will leave veterans without critical safety nets and mental health support.
I think it's going to be hard to make sure that no calls go unanswered.
They gave so much for their country, but Geller worries the country won't be able to give back to them.
This was a promise. We promised these men and women to care for them.
At this point, Collins says his department has not decided which employees will be let go, but VA sources today giving new insight that call centers will be impacted. In New York, I'm Lee Waldman.
All right, Jason, we got to be prepared for a gorgeous weekend. That's going to be tough for us.
Let's take a quick look because we can see it right away in Coeur d'Alene. Got little raindrops on the camera, but sunshine is coming through. Folks, it's not going to be hot, so don't get too excited, but it's going to be a very nice weekend, right?
Get out on the patio.
Absolutely.
Look at that.
All of your First Alert weather forecast next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. 4 News Now is brought to you by the Rocky Mountain Rodeo at the Spokane Arena, May 16th and 17th.
Buckle up, Sam. It's trunk month.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and Ranger fully prepared. This event is so big, it has something in it for everyone.
Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tubs Swim Spa Expo is at all 4 Pool World locations this weekend only. Hundreds of hot tubs from the world's leading brands like Hot Spring Hot Tubs, all discounted. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month. 0% financing, save thousands. Swim spas up to $10,000 off. Above ground pools as low as $56 a month. Saunas as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, above ground pools, and saunas up to 30% off. This weekend at all 4 Pool World locations. HotTubExpoSpokane.com.
Your home is more than a place, it's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
The Working Families Tax Credit isn't just for families. Individuals and couples can apply too. See if you or your family are eligible for this tax refund at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov/eligibility.
Buckle up, Sam. It's trunk month.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and Ranger fully prepared. This event is so big, it has something in it for everyone.
Next, ET, our exclusive with Viola Davis entering her
action star era. Plus, only we're on set of Nathan Lane's new comedy.
Oh, I thought you were DoorDash. Oh. It's E.T.
Next, E.T.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Monday morning, it's GMA and Oprah.
I want some of that.
Plus, Elizabeth Moss on the final season of Handmaid's Tale. What will she reveal? And next week, Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, Ryan Coogler, and Noah Wiley on
Good Morning America.
A unique property for just over $1.4 million is on the market in a rural part of Lincoln County. Let's show it to you. It's near Sprague, Washington, 34 miles west of Spokane, and it has everything you'd want for country living. Wide open spaces, stunning sunsets, and no neighbors for miles. But what makes this property truly special lies buried deep underground. It even has the attention of the USSR during the 60s. Marissa Rio gives us a tour of the Cold War era bunker that's now outfitted for modern living.
This property may not look like much from the outside, but inside you're launched into something really special. This property is a missile base from the Cold War.
The base went active in 1960 and decommissioned in '64.
This is Thomas Continos, and this property was once his father-in-law's. Since his passing, he and his wife have decided to sell it.
In '95, he started creating his masterpiece.
The property is on 24.5 acres. The main floor includes a shop, room, and bathroom. As Thomas takes me on this walk through history, he shows me the elevator his father-in-law built, connecting the main floor to the underground. There's a game room equipped with a basketball hoop, bedrooms, bathrooms, a library, and more. Again, all constructed by the last owner. Now check this out. This is where the past meets the present. These are the original tunnels built back in the 1950s. When you open this 2-ton door here, you're now on the outside, and this is where crews would enter and leave the quarters. Like a time machine, the tunnels lead you to this.
They back the missile in, hang the missile, and then close that 47-ton door.
It's the missile silo with the flame pit still inside.
The engines would sit in here, and then they would fire.
As Thomas showcases the property, he speaks of his father-in-law's accomplishments with pride.
And it took him 30 years to create what he has today, and when he passed, he was still working on it. He had so much vision on what he wanted to do here. It was just unbelievable.
He says this is where the past meets the future, and it's time for the next person to carry on that legacy, turning this Cold War relic into a 21st century masterpiece. In Lincoln County, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Very interesting. Wow. And to hear him talk about his dad like that and calling it, you know, his vision, and it was like a blank canvas for him.
No, beautiful. I would hate to dust.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's a lot, but unbelievable, and just a labor of love. So
right.
They get to live in it as
yeah,
well.
Very, very cool.
All right, hey, it's the weekend. Let's get a quick look at it. It is going to be very nice, Kirsten. A nicer evening is ahead. It's already started. We're starting to see those clouds get the heck out and all the shower activity. We saw plenty of it today, but again, this evening and our weekend looking pretty darn nice. Rain to return, though, next week. We aren't out of the woods yet when it comes to rain, but it's very nice that it took the weekend off, especially with so many visitors in town. Light winds are taking over. We had heavy winds this morning, and again, partly sunny weekend. Should be very nice. So our current temperatures, we are still chilly comparative to what we saw 2 days ago. Just 48 hours, we were at 75 in Spokane. Right now, we're at 51, 47 for Coeur d'Alene. So we're staying chilly throughout the Northwest, or average, just compared to what we saw on Wednesday. It just makes that more extraordinary that we saw a 75-degree temperature, record-breaking high in this part of March. So the shower activity is finally starting to dissipate, and we're starting to see more nice conditions. If you're traveling throughout the Northwest, you should be seeing very nice conditions, except we do expect to see a little bit of snow coming into the Missoula area, rain-snow mix. So if you're heading to Montana, do expect a little bit extra. So our forecast radar as we move into our evening hours, look at this, mostly clear for Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. That will cause us to have a chilly overnight period. And then again, could see just a little bit of shower activity, Pullman and Moscow. Then as we head into Saturday, looking very nice in the evening, and this is what I'm talking talking about a little bit of snow possible in the Montana area if you're going through I-90 there. Into Sunday, beautiful in the morning hours. And then clouds are going to start to build up as we head into the evening hours, maybe even a quick spritz. And then we'll see rain returning in force as we get to late Sunday into Monday early. And their chance of rain on Monday is 80%. So pretty solid chance that we're going to be seeing it. And then off and on showers as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, and it looks like Thursday as well. And then we start to cool down even more by the time we get to Friday. So winds starting to die down, still seeing some gusty winds in Moses Lake and in the Spokane Valley, but we saw around 30-mile-per-hour gusts this morning, so definitely settling down. So our high temperature trend, we are going to stay mid to lower 50s, so a little above or right at our average, which is right around the lower 50s, excuse me. But next week, we could be seeing some very, very chilly temperatures on the way. So let's get you ready for the week ahead. Looking tomorrow, again, very nice for Saturday, Sunday. Could see a little spritz, but nothing sustained. Then shower activity should really affect your morning commute on Monday. And then we'll be seeing off and on showers for the week ahead. Some sunshine mixed in there. Overnight lows starting to chill again back to those mid-30s, but that happens when we start to see a little bit more clearer skies. And darn it, we had that 75 Wednesday. We don't see anything like that in pretty much the next month or so, but hopefully it will be coming. But do get ready for a very mild but nice weekend ahead.
All right, Jason, thank you. Vintage Print and Neon may look closed, but they've got big plans in the works. We'll show you how the Garland District Store is transforming into a neon museum that will shine a light on Spokane's history. Stay with us.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now and STCU are recognizing volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today we honor Todd LaRoche. Todd is a volunteer chaplain with the Spokane Police Department.
For over 10 years, Todd has trained and mentored other volunteer chaplains, working together to support families after the loss of a loved one.
I just really love helping people. Unfortunately, it's in the most difficult time of their lives.
Thanks to STCU for helping make sure volunteers count.
At Just Between Friends, you'll find everything you need for your family. It's all here.
I've been shopping in JBF since my kids were little, and we just love it.
Is the one-stop shop for everything that you need for your kids and your grandkids.
I'm a first-time mom. I got a lot of clothing, shoes, I got a changing table. It's been a lot of fun.
Such a blessing to be able to shop, sell, and save at JBF. This has been a game changer for our family.
Just Between Friends at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
We have all your SUV options here at Post Falls Volkswagen. Choose the SUV with easy-to-use technology that best meets your needs and budget. There are so many choices, so take as many test drives as you want, and our knowledgeable staff will assist you with all the information you need.
Get the Tiguan with 0% APR or a $2,500 customer bonus. At Post Falls Volkswagen, it's easy to drive home your dream SUV.
Find SUV options at Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
The Spokane Rock Rollers Club proudly presents the Gem, Mineral, and Jewelry Show at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Over 40 dealers will be selling gems, jewelry, crystals, and lapidary supplies. See outstanding displays of gemstones, fossils, and minerals. Enjoy children's activities, gem cutting demonstrations, hourly door prizes, and more. Tickets available at the door with cash or credit card. The 64th Annual Gem, Mineral, and Jewelry Show, March 28th through the 30th at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 8th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Indulge in wonderful dining at Mistaqua Casino Hotel.
Decades-old neon signs are powering on for viewers to enjoy very soon. Vintage Neon and Print sells posters, t-shirts, and prints, all adorned with iconic Spokane landmarks. So it's fitting that the new storefront is somewhat historic itself. Mary Sheridan spoke with the shop's owner to learn what's in the future for a business that's all about preserving the past.
The windows are dark when you walk past the vintage print and neon storefront in the Garland district. Ironically, the neon sign business is missing its logo. But the store isn't closing. In fact, they've got some big plans coming up.
We had just really ran out of room at that store, and so we were looking around for spaces, and we saw that this space was available. And I was like, this is such an iconic building, you know what I'm saying? It's one of a kind, unique to Spokane.
Chris Bovey is an artist who has made a living making prints, posters, and t-shirts featuring iconic Spokane landmarks. Now, he's the tenant of a historic building.
As we were looking for a new space, and we were looking at this space, all of a sudden that popped up on my feed, and I was like, how perfect would that be to bring it home, you know? And
Stewart's True Value Hardware occupied the Boulevard building on Indiana and Monroe for 100 years. These are the kinds of Spokane staples that Bovey's trying to preserve.
When I saw it for a long time. None of this functioned as far as flipping the pan work, so I completely gutted it, started from scratch, and got him going again.
Over the years, Bovey has taught himself how to repair vintage neon signs. His collection has surpassed 15, and after this location's grand opening, Bovey wants to change the way he showcases these rescued and refurbished signs.
You're actually looking at the start of Spokane Neon Museum as well. When a sign is way up high, you can't observe any of that, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to eye level, I'm hoping that people will see the craftsmanship, the artistry, and appreciate how much goes into a sign.
In Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Well, the store officially opens its doors May 1st, but Bovey is encouraging customers to stop by the new location on Saturday, May 3rd for a special grand opening celebration. We have the details as well as a closer look at those neon signs on our website, KXLY.com. We'll be right back after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
2 minutes for checking to Berkeley Cattle. Get your exclusive Spokane Chiefs debit card from Numerica today.
The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at all 4 Pool World locations this weekend only. Hundreds of hot tubs from the world's leading brands, all discounted. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month. Hot tub swim spas, above ground pools, and saunas up to 30% off this weekend at all 4 Pool World locations.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, June 3rd through 7th. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Chevy makes affordable vehicles that help you enjoy life. Get more for less in the Chevy Trax. Maximize every mile in the all-electric Equinox. And power through with the capable Colorado. Enjoy endless possibilities and your new Chevy. Get 2.9% financing on all 2025 Equinox models when you finance with GM Financial. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
The Working Families Tax Credit isn't just for families. Individuals and couples can apply too. See if you or your family are eligible for this tax refund at workingfamiliescredit.wad.gov/eligibility.
Get hot deals and fast installation from Carpet Barn. Yes! Now during the Barn Burner Flash Sale at Carpet Barn. Get 10% off store-wide on all non-clearance flooring, and our expert team will have your new floors installed in a flash. Save on a wide selection of quality carpet, hardwood, LVP, tile, and laminate flooring. Hurry into Carpet Barn today. Don't let these savings go up in smoke. Sale ends March 31st. Find a location near you at carpetbarnspokane.com.
The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at all 4 Pool World locations this weekend only. Hundreds of hot tubs from the world's leading brands, all discounted. Swim spas up to $10,000 off. Above ground pools as low as $56 a month. Hot tub swim spas, above ground pools, and saunas up to 30% off this weekend at all 4 Pool World locations.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
This is one of those nights where we don't have windows to see, but we do have a window outside in the weather department, and wow.
We have a door though right near the weather office.
That's true. You have a door.
Yes, I have a door, and I have a lovely gentleman here who is job shadowing me, and we walked outside, and the sun was attacking us. And we do. Let's take a look outside. It is gorgeous. We're so, folks who went into the basketball game were going, oh, this place, it's all rainy and gross. They're going to come out and just go, oh, the sunshine. Spokane is so lovely. Good Friday evening, everyone. We have made it to the weekend, and just lovely conditions. Finally, the storm clouds are out, and we're looking at beautiful conditions as we head into our weekend. The shower activity, which has been bedeviling us since pretty much late Wednesday, has settled down, and we still have a couple little vestiges of thunder and lightning, but our areas are looking much, well, clearer, and we're going to continue to be that way into our weekend. So just lovely conditions. Again, maybe a quick, like 10-second spritz could hit you tonight, but other than that, looking very nice. And as we move into our overnight period, we are looking quite lovely. And again, we're going to see some mostly clear skies. We haven't seen those almost all week. Now, overnight, we are going to be cooling down. We're in those mid to upper 30s, and our overnights are going to continue to cool down. We've been well above the freezing level for some time, but that might change as we get to next weekend. So nothing like we saw that heat that we saw earlier this week. Again, we're going to be very mild, but still average. So this is what we expect for this time of year. We just got a little bit spoiled by that Wednesday record heat. So here's our upcoming calendar. April Fool's next Tuesday, Easter 3 weeks away from Sunday, and Bloomsday over a month away. So you still got time to train, especially for Doomsday Hill. So folks, get ready for a beautiful weekend. I'll give you all the specifics, and also I'll let you know when rain is going to return. That's in my full forecast that's coming up.
All right, Jason, thank you. A project to make getting to school in East Spokane safer begins on Monday. This is what traffic looks like outside of Stevens Elementary in the Chief Gary Park neighborhood. In January, the City Council approved a nearly $1 million construction contract to build a new crosswalk across Mission Avenue and rebuild the intersection around the school to make it quicker for kids to cross.
So it's important that, we do what we can to make sure that we have people out, we have the necessary improvements along the street and on the sidewalks to make sure that kids are getting to school, as safely as they can.
The most visible change will be at the intersection of Mission and Magnolia, where crews will put in an enhanced crosswalk complete with flashing lights.
I therefore now move that the petitions for name change be granted and the oath of allegiance be administered.
A packed crowd today celebrating all of these people officially becoming U.S. citizens this morning during a naturalization ceremony at Rogers High School. Family members filled the auditorium to watch their loved ones get their citizenship. Many of them are looking forward to getting their passport or registering to vote. Derek Strom spoke to a Ukrainian immigrant about what this moment means for her.
Waiting a long time for this moment.
Over 50 immigrants representing over a dozen different countries became U.S. citizens after months of hard work. The ceremony included words from a Rogers teacher who's an immigrant herself and Spokane Public Schools Superintendent Adam Swinyard. Some waited decades before they finally got their citizenship, like Ukrainian immigrant Lyubov Gut, who moved to the Inland Northwest nearly 35 years ago.
My kids live with me, and they live here, and they have everything. We're very happy to live in America.
Now that the dozens of people that filled this room are now officially U.S. citizens, they can go out and get a passport and register to vote. For many people here, that's the most meaningful part of this ceremony to them.
Now I will have passport, and I feel complete. Right now we live in America, yeah.
Even Judge James Gakey says he likes seeing the reactions and the joy on people's faces when he oversees these ceremonies. He understands the hard work it takes to become a citizen, and seeing those dreams become reality is what makes it meaningful to him.
We do a number of naturalization ceremonies at schools around the area. They're my favorite. I love to do them at schools. It's great to see the students, see how the process works. It's kind of a living affirmation of how the Constitution works.
Judge Gakey encouraged each new citizen to use the rights and privileges afforded to them by becoming citizens, and that includes taking part in the political process and registering to vote.
If you're a citizen, you should exercise all the rights and responsibilities and duties of citizenship and be a participant in our society in every facet. So I think it's important for people to vote and participate in the political process.
In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, stricter emission standards for transportation fuels advanced out of a Washington Senate committee this morning. In a follow-up this evening, Murrow News fellow Albert James walks us through why supporters are pushing changes that opponents believe will drive up already high prices at the pump.
We have second substitute House Bill 1409 before us.
House Bill 1409 accelerates the reduction of carbon emissions from transportation fuels under the state's clean fuel standard. Democratic prime sponsor Joe Fitzgibbon says stricter standards will bring more incentive to make cleaner burning fuels in Washington rather than Oregon or California.
We need to strengthen this program in order for Washington's clean fuel standard to be driving the continued development of clean fuels and to ensure that we are on track to meet our greenhouse gas reduction targets.
Republicans on the committee were largely opposed to the bill moving forward Friday. Ranking member Matt Banky of the Tri-Cities area says on top of lawmakers considering new taxes that could increase costs, the stricter environmental standards would only pile on by raising the price of gas. Gas Buddy data shows Washington already has the third highest average price in the country at $4.13 a gallon.
We all agree we want to go after these goals. We want to make sure they're measurable, they're achievable, and with that is sustainable. And a big piece of our no votes today was some of us had concerns about the affordability on ratepayers.
Banky says market-based solutions are needed to support clean fuel manufacturing in the state and compete with other markets across the region and around the world.
We want to have some tweaks to the language that gives us that affordability, allows us to have the supply chain, the market can go after the feedstock that allows us to manufacture here in the state, increases jobs, and we didn't see some of that in the bill.
In a statement, Representative Fitzgibbon says he's glad to see the effort move forward and, quote, Washington's clean fuel standard is accelerating our transition away from dirty fossil fuels and has impacted the price of gasoline by less than a penny per gallon. The Association of Washington Business previously testified the clean fuel standard in its early stages currently has a minimal impact on transportation fuels, but that will change over time.
As the program and stringency increases, both under as originally projected under this program and under this new bill, those costs are expected to increase further.
The bill now moves to the Senate Ways and Means Committee for their consideration. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Well, the Chiefs begin their playoff push today. They're looking for their first postseason win since 2019.
It's been quite a minute, and they're going to Vancouver tonight for Game 1. Stick around just a couple minutes to hear how the team sees playoff hockey atmospheres.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
Are you struggling to get through the day? Are you experiencing chronic pain, burning, numbness, and tingling in your hands or feet? Pay attention, because you are probably experiencing peripheral neuropathy. The most common symptoms are numbness, burning, muscle cramps, and problems with balance. Neuropathy is treatable, and our office can help. It's time to get real results. Pick up your phone and call us right now. If you're one of the first 25 callers, you'll receive a free nerve damage screening. This nerve damage screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious nerve damage and if you're qualified for our cutting-edge treatment program to stop the nerve damage. Don't wait until it's too late and your symptoms get so bad that you lose your freedom and are restricted to a wheelchair, walker, or need amputation. Call now to be one of the first 25 callers to receive a free nerve damage screening. Hurry, call now to find out if you qualify for our free nerve damage screening and see how we can change your life. It's time to feel better. Call today.
It's time to get spring-loaded at the Kootenai Casino. Stay in April starting at the incredibly low rate of just $59 midweek in the Kootenai Falls Lodge. We'll even include 2 breakfast vouchers. Win at the Inn with big cash giveaways, daily mystery hot spins, Senior Day Wednesdays, and special events all month long. Book this special rate today and come win at the Inn. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
Watch Good Morning Northwest for the stories that matter to you.
Next week, the countdown to Bloomsday is on. How to sign up and how to save on registration.
Plus, AI in the classroom, how local schools are adjusting and teaching your kids to use the new tool responsibly.
We're also looking into parking changes downtown and summer camp options.
And there's more wet weather on the way. I'll help you plan ahead.
Those stories and more all next week, only on Good Morning Northwest.
See you then.
March Madness in Lilac City is upon us. We start off with the first Sweet 16 game in Spokane Arena with the NC State Wolfpack against the LSU Tigers. And checking into this one, it just now ended just a couple minutes ago. 80-73 the final. LSU the favorites despite being the lower seed, and they do win it. Both these teams have seen great success recently. NC State coming off a Final Four loss to South Carolina, who are the defending national champions. They won earlier today in a tight one. LSU fell in the other Final Four game to Caitlin Clark's Iowa, and they now eye their third straight year in the Final Four if they can win just one more game now. We'll have highlights of this one and the later Ole Miss versus UCLA game on Nightside. Seattle Mariners signed catcher Kyle Raleigh to a 6-year contract extension earlier this week. Pretty well deserved. Raleigh earned a Golden Glove award and finished 18th in MVP voting last season, plus a career-high 34 home runs and 100 RBIs. So the Mariners earned win number 1 in game number 1 you're seeing now last night over the Athletics. And Raleigh spoke to the media for the first time since inking that new deal today, citing his excitement and appreciation for the organization and his family.
I know it's hard being all the way out in Seattle, but I do love it here, and thank you guys for everything. And thank you guys as well for giving me this opportunity to believe in me and lead this team. And I'm going to do everything I can to help you guys and us win a World Series.
The Mariners gear up for Game 2 against the Athletics coming up right about right now. It's about 6:40, 6:45. We'll have highlights on Nightside. Former Eastern Washington guard Mason Williams did not spend too much time in the transfer portal. He is now committed to Iowa State. Sophomore and Seattle native averaging just shy of 14 points a game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists too. His best performance saw him drop 35 points at Idaho State. He also scored 20 points in both of his final 2 games. Williams' departure, along with Andrew Cook's graduation, means the Eags, they lost their top 2 scorers. Spokane Chiefs at last begin their playoff run tonight at the Vancouver Giants, trying for their first playoff series win and even playoff game win since 2019. Chiefs' opponent in the Vancouver Giants, a team the Chiefs posted an impressive 4-0 record against on the year. And the players spoke to us this week about how different playoff atmospheres are, just how tough they are to win in them.
You know, playoffs, it's definitely a notch up. Everybody wants it just as bad as the next guy. And, you know, teams are fighting to, you know, stay together with your team and with your brothers. So, you know, it's a battle out there, and it's kind of just whoever wants it more.
I think everyone pulls the rope, and it's been awesome to see. And we've really taken a big step since camp, and that's what you want. You want the team to get closer rather than farther apart.
Chiefs play tonight and tomorrow night on the road before heading back to Spokane for the next 2. And if Game 5 is needed, that'll also be at home. And Spokane actually lost in 5 games to the same Vancouver squad in that 2019 run. That was the Western Conference Finals, and it heavily favored their Canadian opposition 4-1. Puck drop for Game 1 of this series coming up at 7 p.m. So a very busy time for Spokane sports. And this game is still happening now. That's why there's no video. But how about Drew Timme making his NBA debut with the Brooklyn Nets? He already has 11 points and 6 rebounds.
All right.
And we're not even the fourth quarter. How about that?
That's because he's fired up.
He's really good.
He made that announcement last night. All right,
He's
Timmy. Yeah, Jason, let's send it to you.
You know, I'm fired up as well. We have a nice weekend on the way after all of these showers that we've been seeing. Folks, of your First Alert weather forecast coming up next. Stick with us.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice, relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning. shopping, we got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. At the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
March is Colon Cancer Awareness Month, and Prosser Digestive Health Center offers the full spectrum of digestive health care. Services provided by board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Bad back? Get Good Feet with the personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Tonight,
a man of God, a married woman, a dead husband, and a police wiretap.
There is a shooting.
It was like a car accident you couldn't look away from.
Inside a murder mystery as it unravels. 2020, tonight on ABC.
We have all your SUV options here at Post Falls Volkswagen. Choose the SUV with easy-to-use technology that best meets your needs and budget. There are so many choices, so take as many test drives as you want, and our knowledgeable staff will assist you with all the information you need.
Get the Tiguan with 0% APR or a $2,500 customer bonus. At Post Falls Volkswagen, it's easy to drive home your dream SUV.
Find SUV options at Post Falls Volkswagen, the home is 0000.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
It's a new season of Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekdays at 9 a.m.
Good Friday, everyone. We have made it to the weekend, and we're looking pretty nice heading into the weekend. Boy, how things have changed. A beautiful sunset in the Spokane area. Beautiful skies out in Coeur d'Alene, and they're just going to get better and better as we head into our weekend. Hope you have wonderful plans ready, because it should be very nice. So a nicer evening is ahead. It's already here. Rain to return next week, very early next week. Light winds are taking over after heavy winds this morning, gusts in the 30-mile-per-hour range at times for Spokane, especially before noon. But those settling down as we're getting into the evening, and partly sunny weekend is ahead. So it should be very nice. So our current temperatures, again, nothing like, let's just forget Wednesday happened. Okay, we were at 75 at this time, and we're breaking records. Just let's forget about that. We're back to where we should be for this time of year at the end of March. 51 right now in Spokane, 47 in Coeur d'Alene, and these temperatures maybe a little bit of a boost on Sunday, but other than that, we're going to be in the mid to lower 50s. So chilly conditions, at least comparatively, are sticking with us. Not sticking with us are those thunder showers and just plain old showers. They're starting to dissipate throughout the Northwest. Traveling throughout the Northwest should be mighty fine if you're heading anywhere. Just if you are heading to Missoula, they could be seeing a little bit of snow to rain snow mix as we get to Saturday. So do be aware of that. Other than that, pretty darn nice in the Northwest. So here's our forecast radar as we head into the evening hours. Get out of here, showers, and we're going to be settling down. Could see a little bit of shower activity. Lewiston, Pullman, Moscow as we get to Saturday morning. Then as we move into Saturday itself, looking very nice for Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and even better for Sunday morning. Pretty much clear throughout the Northwest. And then as we get to Sunday afternoon, could see a little bit of shower activity, and it's rare that we see a system coming in from this angle from the southeast. So keep an eye out for that, and then those showers will return in earnest as we get to Monday early, very early, or Sunday late night. And a very good chance of those showers being pretty sustained, 80%, then 40% off and on showers for Tuesday and Wednesday. And as I said, winds are already starting to settle down. Still seeing a little bit of push Spokane Valley and Moses Lake, but still not much getting in the way of a good time this weekend with partly cloudy to partly sunny skies and light winds. Our high temperature trend for the week ahead, our average lower 50s. We're right around there. Again, a little bit of a push on Sunday. Other than that, 49 on Friday. Come on, let's get the warm temperatures in, but not anytime soon. So 52 tomorrow for your Saturday, 57 on Sunday. Then those showers off and on, especially on Monday. So get ready for a little bit of wetness. Again, greeting you on Tuesday will be April. If you can believe it, we're just cranking through this year. That means a fourth of the year will be gone by Tuesday. But folks, get ready for a lovely weekend and evening ahead.
All right, Jason, thank you. It's Friday. That means it's time to go for a ride on the Air 4 drone. Tonight, we're soaring above the rolling hills in Whitman County. Let's go for a ride over the Palouse in this week's Air 4 adventure.
We live in a great landscape here. There's lots of different places. Everybody gravitates towards the river and downtown, but you'll always find photographers up on top of Steptoe Butte taking shots of the Palouse. There's something about the lay of the land, the way the hills roll, the way the light plays on it, that just draws every photographer nationwide to that area. It is this time of year when you go up there and it's just those rolling green hills. You get a little bit of wind motion over it, and if you're up there at the beginning of sunset or sunrise, the way that light plays across those rolling hills and the wind going across the wheat fields, it's just an amazing shot. It's hard to go wrong up there. You never know if you've really got it till you get it home. Sometimes you snap it and you look in the camera, it looks great, and you get it home in the computer, maybe it's not what you wanted, but there's always that one moment where you take it on your computer and you see it in a nice big colorful monitor and you're like, that's the one. There's a history down there that you can't replicate. You can't replicate an old barn. And there's something about just the textures and the qualities and how the weather has changed over time that nothing compares. You know, there's a great variety down there just because there's not only the landscape, there's always that sense of history in every one of those small communities. There's something very personal about it when you're standing there. When you're taking a drone up, it's wonderful aerials, but you cannot replicate actually standing on top of that view.
And before we go to break, here's the look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at all 4 Pool World locations this weekend only. Hundreds of hot tubs from the world's leading brands, all discounted. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month. Hot tub swim spas, above ground pools, and saunas up to 30% off this weekend at all 4 Pool World locations.
Bill's Heating and AC is making it easier than ever to stay comfortable at home. For a limited time, get a full system tune-up for only $59. And we'll include a free smart thermostat. That's right, top quality HVAC service and a smart thermostat, all for just $59. So stay comfortable, save money, and gain 24/7 monitoring and control of your home's comfort by calling 208-777-5528 and scheduling your $59 HVAC tune-up today.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
To me, Harlem is home. But home is also your body. Last one, everyone. I asked myself, why doesn't Pilates exist in Harlem? So I started my own studio. Getting a brick and mortar in New York is not easy. Chase Inc. has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3. When you start small, you need some big help, and Chase Inc. was that for me.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Attention, please. The final days of Truck Month have arrived.
Morgan, light it up.
On it! This is like a movie.
Okay, everyone, time is running out for our best deals on Ranger and Maverick and America's best-selling trucks for 48 years, Ford F-Series.
Lease a 24 F-150 Super Crew 4x4 for $399 a month for $36, or buy with 2.9% for $72. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at all 4 Pool World locations this weekend only. Hundreds of hot tubs from the world's leading brands, all discounted. Swim spas up to $10,000 off. Above ground pools as low as $56 a month. Hot tub swim spas, above ground pools, and saunas up to 30% off this weekend at all 4 Pool World locations.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, the Spokane Chiefs playoff run against the Vancouver Giants starting tonight. Our sports team will break down the highlights tonight at 11.
And we are seeing things starting to clear up, and a beautiful evening is ahead and a beautiful weekend is ahead. Let's get you ready for your Saturday. Again, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Let's get some sunshine, highs in the lower 50s, light winds, even more sunshine, at least Sunday morning to the early afternoon. A great weekend is on the way.
Yeah, and we have earned it because it is Friday.
Right.
And we will still be here at 11.
We will.